Once a year at Bathurst, New South Wales, a normally quiet country road becomes the scene of one of the world's toughest and most thrilling motor races. Only minutes to starting time in Australia's toughest race for standard sedan cars. On the starting grid, final adjustments to machines and last-second instructions to the men who'll man them for the next 500 miles. This year, more than any other, main interest centres on first-across-the-line honours, and one of the favourites, the imported Alfa Romeo. Team manager Alex Mildren has top racing drivers Kevin Bartlett and Frank Gardner in his cars. Brian Foley has changed from a Mini to an Alfa in this year's event. In the Ford camp, the Gagan brothers, Leo and Pete, sporting a new crash helmet, are confident of better luck than in past 500s. They were flagged in first last year, but lost on a recount of laps. Pole position on the grid following fastest practice times yesterday are the new Holden Monaros. Team manager David Mackay is quietly confident, but now starting time is here, and 60 impatient feet await the starter's flag. Good early position is vital, so they hurtle into Hell Corner, determined to make or take the early running. By the time they reach the S's, Des West's Holden Monaro, number 14, has hit the front, followed by the Holdens of Hawkins, Muir and Palmer. Then the Falcons of Gagan and Gibson. Forest Elbow, and the order is the same. The Monaros of West, Hawkins and Muir, then Gagan and Gibson in Falcons 8 and 9. Through Murray's corner and up pit straight, the pace is a cracker, and already the expected Holden-Falcon battle is on in earnest. Trying to keep up, some of the smaller cars pay the price and head for Bathurst down the escape road. Ron Kearn's Fiat has troubles too. Watch. A brush with the safety fence that could have been much worse. The S's again. Order the same. Speed, flat out. End of lap 2, and the only change, car 13, Bruce McPhee's white Monaro, has moved into 4th place ahead of the Falcon. Up to Hell Corner is Bob Beasley's Falcon Automatic, number 11, already well behind the leaders. In the lighter cars, it's foot to the floor all the way, as they have no need to conserve brakes like the heavier, more powerful vehicles. Lap 3 through Forest Elbow, and behind West's Monaro is now the white Monaro of Bruce McPhee. Then 25, Brian Muir, and 23, Paul Hawkins. Gagan is 5th and Gibson 6th. Out in front, Des West is definitely going like a winner, but there's still a long way to go. Brian Muir in car 25 tries to overtake a Datsun, but doesn't quite make it. After 1 hour, 15 minutes, Des West in the Monaro is still ahead, and Holden dominate the leading positions. The first Falcon, number 9, is 23 seconds behind. 65 seconds further back is the fastest of the Alphas, driven by Kevin Bartlett. Brian Foley is also finding the leaders too quick, and the class win is the best he can hope for. The Gagan's Falcon is running low on fuel. Relief driver Pete Gagan stands by in the pits. Leo's been driving superbly and decides against a changeover. They take on 15 gallons of fuel, but make no brake pad changes. Pit time, 1 minute 29 seconds. Team advisor Harry Firth was one of last year's outright winners. After an hour and a half, the Alphas strike trouble. Ray Galton pulls in to change a faulty wheel. Brian Foley's Alpha has similar problems. Laurie Stewart takes a turn at the wheel. 11 a.m. and after 2 hours, Des West still dominates the race. He set a new track record of 2:58, nearly 5 seconds better than last year's best. .11:30, and the Seaton Gibson Falcon pits for fuel and a change of brake pads. Fred Gibson takes over. West comes in for fuel and a driving brake. Ron Marks to take over. But things are not going so smoothly up on the mountain. A lucky escape on Forest Elbow for the Kennedy Bond Datsun, but they're soon back in the race. The Beach Dane Corolla has lost a wheel. Bill Daly's Citroën learns there are no shortcuts in this race, not through the safety fence anyway. The slightly disfigured Citroën decides to press on. Driver Roger Withers takes a walk at Murray's. Meanwhile, the front runners have reached the halfway mark, and following pit stops by all, there's been a change of leaders. Car 9, the Gibson Seaton Falcon, has hit the front, followed by Car 8, the Gagan Falcon. Leo's going to try and go the distance without a brake change, as he did last year when only narrowly beaten. The time saved could win the race for him this year. And in the pits, co-driver of the leading car, Fred Gibson, confidently leaves the worries of staying in front to Barry Seaton. 90, the outright placings are Seaton, Gagan, then the Monaros of Des West, number 14, Bruce McPhee, 13, Jim Palmer, 24, Brian Muir, 25, and Paul Hawkins, 23, and they're all in the same lap. At Forest Elbow, the Falcon's pushing hard to maintain its lead. Then McPhee, car 13, pits, and the well-drilled crew goes to work. McPhee is determined to drive all but the compulsory one lap himself, so he'll need that drink. Back on the track, McPhee fights to regain lost ground. Car 9 is still ahead, but just when the Ford camp's becoming confident, real trouble strikes the Gagan machine. The Falcon's disc brakes burn out. Replacement takes 16 minutes. A quarter of an hour later, it's the leader, Barry Seaton, in with a suspected blown head gasket. Time is running out, and every second vital. A radiator refill, some rapid cooling, and the car is sent back onto the track. Now miles behind, Gagan attempts a miracle. It appears Harry Firth believes in them too, as he orders more speed. Then another blow, in more ways than one, and this time Seaton is definitely out of the race. With the two Fords out, West Monaro takes the lead again, but he too has a pit stop to make, which must put McPhee in front with no more scheduled stops. Stop. Get the spare. On it, right? action in the pits, and the same goes for Forest Elbow. Track officials rush to the rescue, but fortunately no one's hurt, and the race goes on. Remember the Citroen that crashed earlier? Well, he's on his last lap. That dice with the safety bank definitely puts him out of the race, but miraculously, he's okay. Meanwhile, the consistent McPhee is in front and determined to stay there. The battle for line honours is between his Monaro and that of Des West. They're both in the same lap. But the Devil's number doesn't worry McPhee as he sets another new lap record of 2 minutes 56.8 and fastest time 128.5 miles per hour down Conrod Straight. The Monaros now hold the first 4 outright positions with only a lap to go. Coming up to the checkered flag, McPhee has broken the race record set last year by the Falcons. His time, 6 hours, 44 minutes, 7.9 seconds, is 11 minutes better than the old record. For Bruce McPhee and co-driver Barry Mulholland, an outstanding performance. An outstanding performance, too, for the new Holden Monaros that take first, second, third, and fourth positions outright in Australia's toughest car race. Then, with ceremonies over, the racetrack reverts once more to its everyday appearance as a peaceful rural roadway. But despite its apparent calm, the echoes of the dramatic 1968 Hardie Ferodo 500 will reverberate around the circuit for many a year.